When I was a kid, my mom took me to see Black Panther. It was one of the first superhero movies I'd ever seen. I remember melting into that seat in the theater, watching T'Challa get into all these crazy fights and do black backflips that my child brain couldn't fully comprehend. But more than anything, I remember the credits. The feeling after the movie finished that I'd just seen something spectacular. A story about a man learning from the sins of his ancestors to lead his nation of Wakanda into the future. From there, my love of superheroes was born. But what is a superhero? I assure you, they're not all overly clad, muscular models clad in spandex, okay? I define a superhero as someone who uses their extraordinary abilities for the good of others. This hero undergoes a hero's journey, teaching its audience lessons along the way. This superhero's journey can be summarized in 4 distinct steps. Step 1. The superhero usually comes from humble beginnings, making their success neither guaranteed nor expected. Step 2. The superhero gains or discovers their abilities, leading them right into step 3. Here, the hero encounters obstacles on their way towards a worthy goal. Finally, in step 4, the superhero learns from these challenges and grows as a character. I believe it is in step 3 where we can learn the most from superhero stories, by analyzing how superheroes overcome their struggles, taking that how and applying it into our own lives. I feel like this is best explored through the story of Luke Skywalker. Pretty sure we're all familiar with him, right? A young man from the humble planet of Tatooine, thrust into an intergalactic war against the oppressive Empire when he was told he possessed special abilities through a rare Force sensitivity. Using these abilities, he was able to single-handedly defeat the Sith Lords, Darth Vader, and Emperor Palpatine, and restore peace to the galaxy, and everything was great and happy, etc., etc. Only that's not exactly what happened. No, Luke Skywalker did not single-handedly defeat the Sith Lords. He did so with the help of his father, Anakin Skywalker. Little context. Before he was Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker was a Jedi Knight, a force of good. He was defined by his deep love for those around him, most notably his master, Obi-Wan Kenobi, his Padawan, Ahsoka Tano, but most especially his wife, Padme Amidala. Upon the loss of his wife and his manipulation by Emperor Palpatine, he fell to the dark side. Similarly, Anakin, his son, was also defined by his deep love for others. Using this value of love, he was able to remind his father of who he once was and enable his father to defeat Emperor Palpatine himself. Now, take note. Luke Skywalker did not slice up the Sith Lords with his lightsaber, nor did he use his telekinesis to throw them into outer space. In fact, he didn't really use any of his powers at all. Instead, he used his greatest power, his core principle, his love for others, to overcome his greatest challenge. Luke Skywalker embodies the essential principle of superheroes. Superheroes aren't made super because of their abilities. They're made super by their ability to stay true to their principles. Similarly, we gain strength through our values. Knowing who we are, what we hold dear to us, what principles we carry, is our greatest strength. See, we are drawn to superheroes because of their powers. We stay transfixed because of their familiar humanity. But I'm sure you're wondering, why does this all matter? Well, I want to draw your attention to Superman, one of the star movies of 2025. It was both a critical and commercial success. Something lesser known about it, though, is that it started a viral internet trend, punk rock trend. This trend sought to popularize doing small acts of kindness, picking up trash, complimenting someone, etc. One movie about a man who believed in the inherent goodness of humanity was able to inspire its audience to take part in the kindness that he embodies. See, this is what superheroes do. This is what superheroes are. They lift us up and remind us not only of who we are, but who we want to be. In ways, they are a mirror. As Miles Morales once said, anyone can wear the mask. You could wear the mask. If you didn't know that before, I hope you do now.